Hello my super babies, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a story about my skin before I share the super magical Ayurvedic drink for flawless and pimple free skin. And trust me babies, that is the secret to my glowing skin. This is like my latest secret which I want to share from quite some time, but I was skeptical. Let me experience it completely and then only I can share it with you. And yes, I'm ready here to share with you, but before that you have to listen to my little bit of story. And everyone actually thinks I have this super flawless and pimple free skin, but that's not the truth always. I have had my set of pimples, rashes, and yes, depression that comes along with it. But all this happened to me actually before I started following blood group diet. Now if you're watching me for the first time and you don't know what is blood group diet, I'll put the link in the description box. You can check it out, and if you already know about it, then well and good. The story begins years back. Before I started following blood group diet, as I said, I used to get pimples and rashes quite often, especially on my forehead. It was a phase which kept on coming and going, and I really didn't know the reasons associated with it. Whenever I used to get pimples, it used to be on my forehead like abundance. First it'll start with rashes, as if ants have bitten, like eruptions, and then after some time it'll really come out as pimples. So the rashes will turn eventually into nice painful pimples. Sometimes it stays on my forehead only, and sometimes it starts spreading out here. Then it turns into dry patches. It's quite a misery actually, that phase, and I don't like it. People who have pimples and rashes, you know what I went through. So then I visited the famous dermatologist in Mumbai, and he told me it might be food allergy. He didn't give me the real cause of it. He just prescribed a set of medicines for 2 weeks, like a 2 weeks course. And yes, I followed it for 2 weeks, and eventually I was treated. After 2 weeks my skin was better, back to normal, and it was getting healed. So I was very happy, and usually we have a follow-up right after a course is done. So I did go back for the follow-up, and he was very happy with the results. So was I. But then as soon as I stopped the medicines, eventually my skin went back to again pimples and rashes. And then again I used to go back to the doctor, and it used to go up and down. It used to happen. I wasted a lot of money also. Eventually I really didn't know what was the cause, and it just continued like this for a couple of years. And then when I started following blood group diet strictly, that's how I lost weight. And yes, now also if I want to lose weight, I follow strict blood group diet, and that's when my skin actually starts glowing and my hair feels better, and even health wise I feel really good if I follow blood group diet strictly. So then I realized that during my weight loss phase, my skin was always very nice, very glowy and very healthy. But when I stopped blood group diet and was eating the wrong food, again my skin was back to worse. And then I realized that there's something wrong with my food when my skin is getting back to pimples and rashes. So there was this phase, again I got my pimples and rashes all over my forehead and on my cheeks. And then I was like, let me not go to my dermatologist this time, and let me just follow strict blood group diet, because before getting these pimples and rashes, I was eating a little bit of yummy food like super tasty, oily, junky food. I had a doubt that it must be some food allergy, because I already knew about food allergies, what I'm having, and I just assumed it. So when I got these rashes and breakouts, I realized that something is going wrong. So what I did is I completely, very strictly followed blood group diet. Yes, it got healed, but it took some time. It took 10 days to completely get healed. And yes, it got healed. That's when I realized that I am to some extent intolerant to gluten and lactose. I realized that whenever I consume too much of gluten or lactose, this is what happens to my skin. I'm stuffed with pimples and rashes. So I understood my body type, I understood what my body can take, what my skin needs, and I started following strict blood group diet. So that's when I came to know that what I'm eating shows on my skin and hair. If I'm eating wrong food, my skin erupts, I get pimples, I get rashes, and I go into depression, which eventually worsens the condition. So if anyone is having these issues, do not go into depression, because if you go into depression and anxiety, this is what happens to your skin. It gets worse. It's not going to improve by any chance. Even if you eat healthy and you're taking stress and depression into that intolerant level, then your body is not going to be taking it and it's going to affect your skin. So yeah, that's the first step. Please do not try to take depression into such a level that you cannot take it. Yes, if that made sense. So blood group was always the ultimate decision for me when it comes to skin and hair. But then when I travel, and I travel quite often as you already know, that's when my skin gets affected the most, because that's when I am off diet. I cannot follow strict blood group diet, and that's when everything goes haywire. So I always wanted a remedy, for like looking after me, keeping my immune system strong even when I go off blood group diet. That's when I travel. I stay in Mumbai, by the way, and once I was just shopping around and I saw this amazing something lit up like a new store, okay, something like a new shop or something like that. So and I kept staring at it and I realized it was an Ayurvedic shop. So I went and checked out the store. It smelled very good. It was a newly opened store. So the lady out there told me, you can go and meet the doctor. It's free consultation. So I was like, okay. So I went to the doctor and I told her about my lactose and gluten intolerance, and I told her when I eat them, it really affects my stomach. I told her that my stomach pains at times so badly that I can't even take it, and then it affects my skin eventually, and I can't put makeup for my shoots. I cannot do so many things if my skin is bad. Yes, another tip is, if my skin is bad, if I have pimples or rashes, I just do not apply anything on my skin, no makeup at all. Even if I have to do it for days, I see to that I do not apply makeup. I have shared what my dermatologist has told me to use best for sensitive skin. If you want to know that, I'll put it in the description box. And I used to use only that when my skin is really bad. I don't apply anything else. So I need something which can really keep me super healthy and happy when I'm traveling also, because when I went to Bali, I got severe food poisoning in the flight and it was really bad. Luckily nothing came on my skin, but my stomach was quite bad. So I explained my history and I told her what are my issues. Basically my stomach pains if I eat too oily food, and then the whole effect shows eventually on my skin, which is not really good. So she gave me a drink, then she gave me a powder, and she gave me some tablets. She gave me a course how to follow that, which I eventually followed for some days, and then I left it and I didn't follow so much. Yes. But then the liquid, I was following it to some extent, but not the powder and the tablets. The liquid which she gave me, I was following it, but still not so religiously. Recently, a few months back, I went to Udaipur. I was a little skeptical whether I can eat all that junk happily without getting any stomach pain, without getting eruptions and pimples on my skin. I was really skeptical. That's when I took this drink with me for the first time on a holiday, and I kept having it after every meal. Now how she told me to have this is, take 4 teaspoons of this drink and put it in water and drink it. And I was doing that on my whole trip in Udaipur. After every meal I was having it, and I did not get any stomach pain. I did not have any skin issues. That was for 4 days trip, and then I stopped having it once I came back. Only if I have outside food I used to drink it. I was not religious with it. So I could not completely, say this was the best. Now what am I talking about? Let me tell you that I am talking about this amazing Mustkarish from Baidyanath. This was recommended by my Ayurvedic doctor, and this has been a true savior. I'll tell you how. So after coming from Udaipur, I was not so religious with it. I used to have it only whenever I went and ate from out. Then after a few months, I went to Japan. Now when I went to Japan, I had to carry this because I don't know what I'm going to eat there, and I'm truly going there to hog. So I took 2 bottles of this with me because it has really been a savior for me when I was in Udaipur. So I was a little bit sure that it will be a savior for me when in Japan also. After every meals, after breakfast I used to have this, after lunch I used to have this, and after dinner I used to have this. Voila! 10 days religiously I had for the first time superbly. 10 days, touch wood, nothing happened to my stomach, nothing happened to my skin. My skin looked flawless. My stomach was super duper good. You can see in my Japan videos, my skin looks so flawless, and it has happened for the first time ever. Everyone says my skin is flawless, but it is not flawless. I'm just like any other human being. I also get pimples, I also get rashes, and it's just a pain. Yes, so basically this has been a true savior for me in Japan, and it has helped me look flawless. Literally, I can say in Japan my skin was really nice thanks to this drink, because I realized what you eat and drink really shows on your skin. Like, truthfully, honestly, this drink has really made my immune system strong. So if you're prone to acne, pimples, rashes, your skin is not healthy, you have to take care of what you eat. Your stomach, basically, you have to take care, and this drink has really helped me. And my doctor's name is Dr. Bhairavi Shah, and she's been a savior. This actually helped me from not getting any stomach pain, from not getting any rashes. It all together helped me big time, and that's why I made this video. So you have to, like, look into it. If you have any Ayurvedic doctor you're visiting, you have to go and ask her for this if you can take it, because it has really helped me. This is the magical Ayurvedic drink which I wanted to share from quite some time, but I was like, wait, let me experience it full on before I share it with my babies. I'm not too sure how long it's been. I think it's been more than 3 to 4 months. I think it might be like 7 to 8 months. I'm not too sure, and I really love this because this is my 8th or 9th bottle. So I think it's been quite some time, and now my brother also is going to start drinking it. Now my bestie also is going to start drinking. Wow, I really like it, and I highly recommend it. It is just priced at 130 Indian rupees for 450 ml. So yeah, I like it. You need to obviously ask your doctor if you can have it. My doctor prescribed this to me, and I hope your doctor also allows you to drink this. So I'm not liable if it doesn't suit you, okay? I'm just sharing what suited me big time, and I hope it helps you too. That's why I made this video. So I hope you like this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and make my day. Don't forget to subscribe to Princess Priyanka down below, and don't forget to hit on that bell next to where you've hit on subscribe, because if it darkens, that means you will be notified whenever I make a video, and I make videos for my babies, so you should be notified whenever I make a video. So don't forget to darken that, and yes, don't forget to check all my social media links in the description box, because I even go live at times on my Facebook pages, so you can chit chat with me out there. And yes, see ya later in another video very soon. Bye bye. So in 4 teaspoons of the magical drink, I pour in a glass of water. You can have it hot or normal room temperature. Right now I've not made it hot, but when I'm at home I make it hot. And after meals I have it. No issues with the taste.